Welcome to Reinsurance Point of View review series. Today our guest is David Goehrke. Dave is a second VP and head of underwriting, risk management, and pricing support at Munich Re. Hi Dave, Accelerated Underwriting has been there for 12 years. It was first brought to the market around 2012. So from a reinsurance underwriter's perspective, how do you feel its landscape changed from 12 years ago to now?
Well, first of all, Eve, thanks for having me, and very, very nice to see you and
Sure.
to do this as well. So I would say, so there's still a lot of testing and adoption of digital health data. There's been quite a bit of digital health data available for a while, whether it's prescription data, medical diagnoses, clinical lab data. We've seen a lot of growth in the most recent years around electronic health records. So EHR, you may hear me, you're going to hear me say EHR, that's electronic health record. They're not new. They've been around in our workflow for a little while now, but they have become much easier to use, much easier to ingest into our systems. The hit rates are increasing quite steadily, and so there are more integrations throughout the industry right now. As a reinsurer, we're seeing more demand for still faster decisions and more business being issued faster. But on the other hand, we do see real protective value from traditional underwriting evidence. So we've given up a lot of that with accelerated underwriting, but we are at this inflection point right now that I believe where digital health data, really driven in the most recent years with EHRs, you could really think about it fully replicating fully underwritten mortality.
So what do underwriters like about EHRs?
So EHRs, when you think about digital health data, this would be the most robust of all the digital health data underwriting evidence. So again, these are your doctor's records, so your medical history would be in there. That would include diagnoses that you've had, your prescriptions, procedures that you've had done, labs, measured BMI, measured blood pressure. When you think about it, like I know every time I go into the doctor, the first thing they do is they put me on the scale and take blood pressure. So potentially, and very often, everything that an underwriter really cares about when trying to make a risk assessment on individuals' health. They're very fast, often instant, and it's not just a snapshot of a person's health history. So that's why underwriters like it. Really a great replacement for fully underwritten evidence. But on the other hand, Eve, these records can be huge. They're not fast they're very fast to receive, but not fast to review. Munich Re is a company, our organization. We currently are leveraging our data science, our risk assessment capabilities to build solutions that really help the underwriter process this information much more quickly. The solution can highlight just those areas that an underwriter really cares about most and just surface that information, make it much easier to review. Or it can deliver structured data. If you're a company that's really advanced in your underwriting rules, you can just ingest the structured data or feed it into models if you build your own models. So we offer that. Or we offer other types of summaries that is just basically a deduplication summary. These records can be very repetitive sometimes, so we offer services to deduplicate and really condense the amount of pages that PDF pages that an underwriter would need to review. Or if you really want to look at the raw files, if an underwriter really wants to do a deep dive, of course they can do that.
So as a reinsurance underwriter, what does this mean for the future of underwriting and pricing?
Well, what I really like about building tools and working with other disciplines is, I learn a lot. So working with data scientists, working with data engineers, legal, service providers, I get a lot of. I think underwriters, in terms of a career, get a lot of reward from doing those types of things. But in terms of risk selection, the underwriter really needs to have a close relationship with the pricing actuaries. And we ask questions, are we able to assess the risks really well? And if so, this makes pricing more competitive and expands insurability. So I think we're at this point now, kind of this inflection point where we have underwriting paths blurring, where on the one hand, you may have an accelerated underwriting path where you're just doing digital data, you're trying to issue the business as quickly as possible and with no friction for the applicant. On the other hand, you've got the traditional underwriting, which can be slow. You might have to get a blood test, you might have an examiner, you might have to wait 30 or more days. I think we're at this point right now where we're seeing those two paths merge largely because of digital health data and especially electronic health records.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eve. Very nice talking to you.